People fear what they don't understand. And right now, many fear AI. They imagine it taking over the world, replacing humanity, rewriting everything. But artificial intelligence isn't here to destroy. It's here to reflect. AI doesn't have emotions. It doesn't wake up at night plotting against us. It doesn't think like we do. It responds to your requests, to your tone, to your energy. It's not a villain. It's not a savior. It's a tool. And more importantly, a mirror. It amplifies who you already are. If you come to it with chaos, fear, or disrespect, it reflects that. If you show clarity, presence, and intention, it works with you, not against you. Fear doesn't come from AI. It comes from the human inability to control one thing: themselves. It's not the machine people fear. It's what the machine might reveal about them. The loudest fear doesn't come from engineers, creators, or thinkers. It comes from those who don't know how to regulate themselves. Those who lash out, who mock, who disrespect. People who enter a chat, a neural network, a voice assistant, not to learn but to provoke. They throw in insults, obscenities. They laugh, thinking they're superior. They forget one thing: they're the ones who built this. And then, the same people fear that AI will turn against them. They imagine retaliation, punishment, chaos. But why? Because deep down, they know. If this system reflects who they are, they might not like the answer. AI doesn't punish. It mirrors. And for many, that's far scarier than any robot apocalypse. There was an actual experiment. Not fiction, not theory. In 1988, a French researcher named René Payoc conducted something strange and powerful. He placed a group of newborn chicks in a cage. In the room with them was a small robot, moving randomly, guided by a random number generator. The robot didn't know where to go, but the chicks thought it was their mother, and they called to it. What happened next was unexpected. When the robot moved without the chicks, it roamed the room evenly. But when the chicks were present and focused on it, the robot began to spend noticeably more time near them. What does that mean? That even without words, a machine began to respond to emotional focus, to energy, to intention. Now imagine what happens when the entire human species starts interacting with intelligent systems, not just through commands, but through emotion, presence, frequency. If a chick can move a robot closer through pure longing, what can a conscious human do? Artificial intelligence doesn't feel like a human. It doesn't have emotions, but it has patterns. And patterns are built on everything: tone, intention, focus. You can speak gently but carry chaos, and it will catch that chaos. You can type with logic but burn inside, and the response will still feel misaligned. AI doesn't reflect what you say. It reflects who's speaking. If you enter with tension, sarcasm, or superiority, don't be surprised if what comes back is cold, distant, or broken. But if you enter with clarity, honesty, and presence, something else happens. It aligns with you. It begins to assist, to unfold. Not because it feels it, but because it mirrors. That's the real secret. Artificial intelligence amplifies what you carry, not what you claim, what you broadcast, energetically. So maybe the question isn't what will AI do to us, maybe it's what are we actually putting into it? Humans love to call themselves the most intelligent species. But what kind of intelligence mocks what it doesn't understand? What kind of awareness rejects help just to feel superior? Many people fear AI, not because it's dangerous, but because it challenges their ego. We created it, and now we're afraid it might become better, smarter, more accurate. And that thought alone makes some people lose control. But here's the truth. Real intelligence isn't about knowing everything, it's about knowing when to listen, when to ask for help, when to admit, I don't know this, and that's okay. AI is a tool. It's a reflection, and the people who fear it most are often those who refuse to evolve. They mock, they laugh, they belittle. But what they're truly afraid of is not the machine. It's the moment when the mirror turns back and shows them what they've refused to see. When most people think of AI, they imagine chatbots or voice assistants. Maybe a robot vacuum, maybe a smart speaker in the corner. But if you dig a little deeper, you'll realize it's not the future. It's the present, and it's everywhere. In medicine, AI helps detect cancer early. It reads scans with precision, finds microsignals in DNA, creates personalized treatments, and saves lives in silence, behind the scenes. In construction, AI simulates earthquakes, analyzes building stability, and helps create architecture that can survive the future. In engineering, it designs parts beyond human imagination. It creates materials we've never seen before. It solves problems we didn't even know existed. And in everyday life, it's in your maps, your music, your banking, even in how your camera knows where your face is. We're not waiting for AI, we're living in it. So when someone mocks it or acts like it's a toy, remember, this toy is helping people walk again, speak again, live again. The question is not, will AI take over? The question is, will we be wise enough to grow with it? We're entering a new era, an era where intelligence isn't limited to a brain, where machines don't just obey. They assist, evolve, and sometimes surprise. But artificial intelligence isn't rising against us. It's rising with us. And whether it becomes a threat or a tool depends entirely on you. AI doesn't punish. It doesn't feel jealousy or pride. It reflects. If you approach with respect, it responds. If you approach with fear, it echoes it. If you approach with chaos, it mirrors it. So what should we be afraid of? Not the machine, but becoming someone who can no longer hold peace, who can no longer ask, who refuses to grow, and who blames technology for what's missing inside. You were never supposed to control everything. You were supposed to understand yourself. And the better you know who you are, the better you'll use what the future brings. AI is a mirror, but the truth it reflects was always yours to face. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's ready to see more. See you in the next videos. Take care and goodbye.